Welcome to the Moon Magic Tarot channel. Thank you for joining me today. We are asking in our reading, what is this person thinking about you? And this may be an intimate person, it may be an intimate relationship, a love interest, but it might not be. It could be any situation. So what is this person thinking about you? And also, this card is really showing itself already. And also, what's the purpose of you coming together at a level of soul? Why are your souls coming together? Why is this person coming into your world? Now, we are drawing cards. We have three really showing themselves for us to help to guide you in. And we'll also draw a rune and a charm as well. So first of all, reading number one, you have the card of the mask. Reading number two, you have the mirror, the card of the mirror. And reading number three, you have the pilgrim. Wow, do you know, these are such interesting cards to find out what someone is thinking about you and what also is, of course, the purpose of your souls coming together. The mask, the mirror, the pilgrim. Let's draw a rune for each of these readings. Reading number one, we have the rune of ice. Reading number two, we have the rune of partnership. And reading number three, we have the rune of protection. Very interesting energies. And now let's draw a little charm as well. Okay, reading number one, we have the charm of best friends. Reading number two, we have the charm of the star. And reading number three, we have a pelican. Really beautiful energy, very peaceful energy actually here. Okay, so this is the time really to just sit with the person that you have in mind. You may already know which of these readings is speaking to you. The timestamps are in the information box below and in the comments for phone users. If you're not certain, just press the pause button and just sit with each of these piles and see which one is really, really reaching you. If it's more than one, then it's probably worth listening to both, as we sometimes get different aspects of the same situation or the same person from, you know, two different perspectives, two different angles of looking at something, from two different readings within the same set. So super souls, thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the readings in just a moment. Welcome, reading number one. Thank you so much for joining me. This is the card that you have been drawn to, the mask, with the little charm of best friends and the rune of ice. Now, the very first thing that we're going to do is draw a spirit animal card to see what the energy of this person is like. Okay, tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Wow, the person you're asking about is, they're fiery. Their energy is very passionate. Very passionate. Interesting mix here, because in a way I feel like this person really wants to talk to you, and yet it's almost like the timing isn't quite right, or something is stopping them. Maybe they are, maybe you have become friends with this person and they might actually like it to go somewhere further, but they don't want to risk the friendship or risk something. So something is stopping them from moving forwards, and yet what they are thinking about you is very passionate. They really want to move something forwards. So whether this is an intimate relationship or a relationship of another kind, they want to take something further. This is what they're really thinking about around you. Let's draw some tarot cards and see what else we're shown. Queen of Cups, Judgment. That's a little too many. Let's put that one definitely, and that one. And that one. I'm going to draw a couple of oracle cards as well, and then we'll get them all out to see what we're shown. Okay. So we have Queen of Cups, we have Judgment. Let's move reading number 2 and reading number 3 out of our way so that we can fill our space with lots of cards. Okay. Queen of Wands. Okay. We have 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, Ace of Cups, and 8 of Wands. Protection, protecting treasure, Bone Collector. Wide open. Okay. Reading number 1. You have some kind of relationship with this person. It's not someone new who you're seeing in the distance, I think. And if that doesn't feel right, then it may be that this isn't exactly the right reading for you. But there's some kind of a connection with this person already. There's some kind of knowing of them. And they want to reveal themselves to you. They want more from you. You know, they have a lot of desire around you, whatever it is. They'd really like to move something forwards. They kind of want to create something with you, whether this is a love relationship or whether it is, you know, some kind of a working project. They see you as someone who they could really, really be with. It's like they've got ambition around you. Okay, there's a real sense of ambition. They believe that you could be somebody who could really make it happen for them in some way, shape or form, whether that is love and intimacy, whether that is whether it's love and intimacy or some other aspect of relationship. They would really, really like to make this happen. But they're actually quite guarded. It's really interesting because in one way, I think they're very bold, they're quite out there. But when it comes to you, they're a little bit reserved. They're fearful of getting it wrong. They're fearful of rejection. They're fearful that if they open that door, that you might say no. Yeah, literally, they'd love to be wide open. They'd love to open that door. And even if this is, you know, we have the charm best friends, I do feel you have a connection with this person, whether it's a colleague or whether it's moving something forwards, or if it's in intimacy, it's someone you know. They're fearful of almost like losing you altogether. If they open the door and say, look, what do you think about taking this further? Because I'd really, really like to. They're fearful that you'll say no. They don't quite know how you feel. You're not really particularly revealing yourself to them. I'm curious as to how you feel, actually. They really, really like you. They really think that you could go far together. They have ambition around you. Though what is interesting, and this may be something around why you feel a little reserved. We'll draw some more cards in a minute. I do think that they have like a dream of what they want, and it's almost as though they can see you as being part of that dream. I think that may be a little disconcerting for you. If you're feeling that, it's like, feeling like they're almost like projecting onto you, like they've got this amazing dream, they've got these ambitions, they know where they want to go, they know what that end goal would be, and they believe that you are a part of that pathway. But you may be sort of feeling there's something around you, you're not quite sure. Maybe you're wanting something to grow more organically. Maybe it feels like a pressure when somebody has such strong feelings about you before you've even started, as it were. And I think they're picking up on this. So they're kind of reticent. You know, they're a little bit protective, I think, of themselves. And yet there is a very strong kind of soul connection between you. I do think you both know that. There's a very, very strong soul connection, and you feel that, and yet I'm not sure if you are 100% certain about this person. They're fearful. They would like to talk to you. They'd like to open that door. They'd like to take it forwards. They would love to sit down and say to you, you know, this is what this person is thinking about you. This person is saying, look, I really feel like we could do this. Judgment, 8 of Wands. Queen of Cups sitting over the Ace of Cups. It's like they really wish to show you their feelings. They'd love to open up, wide open. They're looking ahead, they're looking at the future and believing that you could be just the most amazing person to bring something forth. But they are protective because there is something about you not revealing something of yourself here. It may be, yeah, they are feeling so passionate. It may be that you are finding that sense of that force a little bit overwhelming. I do think there's a significant potential that you have met previously in a past life, and I think you may have a strong awareness of that. But their thoughts about you, reading number 1, are that they have a very, very strongly held perspective that you and they together could just take on the world. But it's these feelings are so strong, and because they're not sure what you think about them, like you're a little reticent, you're a little closed off. There's something here, and we'll draw cards in just a moment, but actually they are really, that they're fearful that if they say something, they could lose you altogether. You could close the door and you could say, do you know what, this isn't for me. That they're very fearful of losing you. They don't want to, they'd almost rather go without the ultimate dream than lose what they have with you already. And yet simultaneously, it's really kind of, it's in them, it's tangling them up a bit because they really, really, really have such strong feelings. So it's kind of causing them to feel like they're in a bit of a stalemate, but it is because they're fearful of potentially losing you. So let's draw some more cards, reading number 1, to find out what you are thinking about this person and kind of what their thoughts are as they're observing them and observing you, and kind of actually what's the purpose here? What is the soul connection about here? So let's first of all draw some cards around you. You know, what are you thinking about this person? What do you think? Okay, so we have the Devil showing up straight away. Ace of Swords. 3 of Swords. Okay. This is very interesting, reading number 1. You know, I always feel for me that the Devil is such an interesting card because, you know, in many ways it's like a card of liberation. You know, I think you actually do like this person. 3 of Swords. There's something holding you back, you know. Let's put your cards down here, reading number 1. For some of you, it may just feel like, some of you I think maybe have come out of a relationship, or you've had some bad experiences, and actually they are in the way of, it's like you kind of like this person, but you've actually learned to kind of not really show how you feel. You're not quite sure how to do this because you've been hurt in the past. You know, you've been, I don't know, led up the garden path by some people. You've had the wool pulled over your heads. People, you've had experiences where people have said one thing and done another. And it's left you feeling like really a bit anxious, especially when there's such a strength of connection and this person really wants to move something forwards. I mean, this is somebody who's quite in the world, really. And because they're kind of, I mean, I think they're a professional person. They have, they're kind of quite in their head, if that makes sense. Even though they're very, you know, their heart is full of you. You know, their thoughts are full of you, and the passion they're feeling is quite unnerving, I think, for them. But because they are ambitious, it's almost like, I think there's a little bit, I think you've been in a relationship basically previously that maybe controlled you. There was a controlling person, someone who was quite manipulative, you know, someone who was quite dominant, actually. And it really, really they messed with your head, okay? And I think this person, in one way, I think you actually kind of logically can see that this is somebody who actually could fire you up. You know, I think there's the potential here, and you can see that potential. But there is concern because they're quite dominant in personality. I think you're afraid of being controlled again, because you're fearful of getting with another dominant person who takes over, plans your life for you, decides what to do. You feel that there is a strength of attraction here and a desire, you know. Interestingly enough, I think this is somebody with whom you could actually be yourself, reading number 1. So whether this is in business or in intimacy, I think this is somebody who would genuinely support you in being you. They're very protective. They're protective of themselves, and they're fearful of losing you. They're very committed. They're very, very committed to making this happen. I think you're very fearful of revealing something. So it's like you're coming across as in a very matey, friendly kind of way without really giving away anything here. And this is because I think you are a little concerned here because they're quite strong in personality. There's concern that they might do like a takeover bid of your life, a kind of thing. It's got that feel about it. But let's draw some more cards here to see, you know, what's the purpose of you guys coming together, and how might this pan out? So what's the purpose of you coming together? We'll use the Akashic Tarot. At a level of soul, what's the lesson? Now this has come out in reverse, the Divine Physician. Ooh, Queen of Roses. Ooh, pile number 1. Archangel Michael. Ooh, okay, right. At a level of soul, whether this is in intimacy and love, or whether this is some kind of venture where you're coming together to create something. Either way, you could come together to create something. This person is thinking about that with you. They see you as someone they can be ambitious. They can dream big with you. That's their dream of you. It's a big dream. And they are very committed, but very fearful of losing what they already have with you, because they really value you. And there's a real fear of loss here, 6 of Swords. The Divine Physician, the Queen of Roses, Archangel Michael. The purpose of you coming together is that you both have a wound that can be healed. This person is fearful of loss. of losing you. And you are fearful of getting involved with someone who will control you, take over your life, demand that you are someone who they want you to be rather than you. But this is a healing relationship. This is a relationship. What I'm seeing in reverse here, the divine physician, it needs to be taken slowly. You know, we're being given, your spirit team are not only saying, look, this is the soul connection here. Whatever you move forwards, they're giving you the guidance to move it forward slowly. Don't approach it too fast. This is not to be rushed into. Look at the heart-centered energy in the Archangel Michael card. This is about having courage, taking a risk, believing in the impossible. I think for some of you, you know, you really have begun to wonder, you know, is there such a thing as someone out in the world who isn't going to be controlling, who isn't going to be someone who maneuvers and manipulates? And for this person, I think it's like they've met you, you've blown them away, but it's kind of like, could they dare to risk actually being open and telling you how they really feel, even though everything about them wants to? This is a card of courage. The divine physician in reverse, for me, this is really saying, take it slowly. Your spirit team are saying, look, this is a relationship of genuine love and regard. You know, even if it's like a colleague in a work situation rather than intimacy, if it is intimacy, this is a deep, deep, deep and lasting love. And if it is not intimacy, but it's some creative connection, then actually this is a relationship which will have, you know, it's that level of commitment, you know, like a business partner that you can build an empire with. It will be lasting. You both are being asked to find the courage to risk. Now, I do energy clearing sometimes in my readings, and I'm feeling very strongly that I want to do that. What I'm wanting to do is do a little bit of work here with you, and it's to do with the rune of ice, because the rune of ice is a rune of standstill. Now, sometimes it suggests that we should take things slowly, so I think there's some appropriateness here with the divine physician in reverse. But actually, this rune also asks us to journey inwards and to sort of thaw the things that are stopping us from moving forwards. The card of the mask, it invites us to get playful, go out and almost like act out different parts in order to expand who we are. It's like, you know, who do you really want to be? Because it's possible that with this person, you really could be that person. You could get the level of support you need. So we're going to do a little bit of energy clearing here. I'm actually going to reach, and my apologies if as I reach across the camera, but I want to get an amethyst crystal. Here, I'm going to use an amethyst point, beautiful amethyst energy here. I'm going to bring the amethyst, because this is also healing energy. I'm going to place this on the divine physician. Beautiful energy of the amethyst crystal. And I'm going to bring this rune down, and rather than it being in its upright position, okay, so just sit with what this feels like with the rune in the upright position. You know, take in a deep breath, and I'm going to shift this rune, and as I shift it, breathe out, you know. So take in that breath. Let's move this and breathe out. See what that feels like. You can be yourself. You don't have to wear a mask with this person. This person has genuine intent. And actually, I think you really like this person too. I think, but there's fears on both sides that can be overcome. And I do feel that you could together be unstoppable. Now, let's now just draw a couple more cards, just as a sort of a wrapping up and seeing maybe how this might unfold. Just remember, step by step, you can, you know, reveal a little bit more of yourself. You don't have to be wide open. And I think actually as you reveal a little more of yourself, little at a time, you know, you are going to develop a strong and solid foundation here. Have courage. Okay, so let us draw from, I'm going to draw from the Angel Answers Oracle. No need to worry and communicate clearly. Do you know, I think that sort of says it all, actually. Reading number 1. It's beautiful the way those cards just slid out. Okay, reading number 1. I think we are going to wrap that up. Communicate clearly, no need to worry. Yeah, any fears can be put aside. This is lovely. I'm really, really enjoying sitting with this. So this person really thinks so highly of you. And at a level of soul, the purpose is that you heal. You come together, you heal one another, and, you know, you can make your ambitions real. You know, this is real teamwork in whatever the nature of this relationship. There's real teamwork involved here. It's really solid. Beautiful, beautiful reading, reading number 1. Super Souls, if this reading has resonated with you and you'd like to get notification as soon as I post any readings, this is obviously a spontaneous one. I do post readings every Sunday and for weekly guidance from Spirit. So if you want to get notification, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And I also give away a pack of oracle cards every month and a free private reading. I have like a subscriber email list. It is a subscriber offer, and I'll put the link in the information box below with the timestamps and everything, so you can access that. Once you're on that email list, you're on it forever, and I announce the winners after one of the Sunday readings every month. So reading number 1, I am just sending you all the love in the world. I am very, very excited for you because this feels significant, substantial, and a real golden opportunity for you, and actually for both of you. So a super, super lovely reading. Reading number 1, just sending you all the love in the world. Welcome, reading number 2. You've been drawn to the card of the Mirror and the rune of partnership and the charm of the star. Now we are first of all going to draw a spirit animal guide to see what is the energy of the person that you are inquiring about. Be community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen of abundance. Okay, so this is somebody, the energy of this person, who seems to me to be, I want to say that they're used, this is really interesting, you know, I feel like they are used to, I want to say getting what they want, actually. This is really interesting. Yeah, they're successful. They're used to getting whatever success means to individual people. I feel like they're quite used to getting what they want. Now, this card is already showing. I'm going to draw the tarot next. So we're asking, what is this person thinking about you? Reading number 2. And we'll be asking as well, why are you coming together? What's the, oh, the purpose? Now we must use this card. Oh, we have 8 of Cups. Oh, do you know, okay. I'm going to stop here. I'm going to place these to one side because I think we may use them again in a moment. Let's look at these cards first. Okay, so we have Queen of Discs, 6 of Swords, 10 of Cups. This is a very interesting reading. It really is a really interesting reading already. Knight of Swords, 8 of Cups, Ace of Wands. Okay, let's leave these just for a moment, and this as well. So, I do think that this person has genuine desires about you. I think that they want a future with you. They want a relationship with you. This person is thinking of longevity. They're thinking of a long-term future with you. They kind of want to sail off into the sunset with you. Okay, reading number 2. Now, it may be that there's an emphasis here for me to do with an actual romantic relationship or a marriage of some sort. But if you are inquiring about somebody from a work perspective, then I also think this person sees you as someone who will bring them success. You would be the person who brings the, I don't know, it's like if they're a publisher, you're the author who's going to bring them the $1 million book, you know. But I think that's exactly what is interesting here, because I feel like they're used to getting what they want. They're used to getting kind of abundance, success. I'm not sure, reading number 2, if it isn't that, this is a really paradoxical thing to say, but I feel like it's the Mirror card here and the Star. They see you as a route to success, whether it's a long-term relationship, marriage, commitment, or whether it's a business prospect. They see themselves sailing off into the sunset with you. But I think that they see you as the person who will provide for them. Okay, you're the route to success. We've got this 6 of Swords sitting here. I feel like, and the Mirror card, I mean, this can indicate somebody who's sometimes a little bit, you know, a bit narcissistic here. So I feel like in one way we could say their intentions are genuine in terms of long-term commitment, but I think it's about you making them happy rather than them making you happy. Okay, if that makes some sense. I'm going to leave these cards for a minute, and I'm going to draw some additional oracle cards. Okay, we are asking, what is this person thinking about, reading number 2? And in a moment we'll be asking the purpose of this. But what is this person thinking about, reading number 2? Okay, this is really interesting because look at these 2 flamingos face to face. It's a mirror here again. Protecting treasure, magic stream. I think they see you as someone who can transform their world. Okay? They see you as the person who can bring about the new beginning that they want. This is what they're thinking about you. They see you as a route to success. My concern here, and I will voice this really, reading number 2, is about the shift that would be needed to bring things into balance, whereby they would be really thinking about you. Can they make you happy rather than can you make them happy? I think they're very confident that you will make them happy, that you will fix things for them, that if they have a wound, you will be the one who is there. You will provide the care, the support, the love. You know, their commitment to you, to something permanent with you, is genuine. But the intent within it, I think, is more singular. It's more about their needs. They see you as the star. Now, the question is, can this person grow enough within your relationship? Metamorphosis we have here. Can this person grow enough to emerge and be able to actually, you know, bring something that would be of equality to this relationship? Because sometimes a relationship is worth investing in. you know, and then we can get to the point where we love that person warts and all, or we're connected with that person warts and all, but the success is working, it's a two-way thing, it's working both ways. I'm going to draw, before we move into these, we have these cards here, just sitting here yet, and there's actually another 5. Okay. I'm going to draw from the Akashic Tarot. Let's just ask, what is the purpose of coming together with this person? You know, because the Metamorphosis card, I want to draw some clarity around this, because it may be that you are actually going to help each other. You know, that the success is going to be actually very genuine and very real, that it becomes something that can be balanced and equal. But you know, the protecting treasure, there is something here sitting underneath the 6 here. You know, that I think I'm feeling a little protective of you, of your interests. I think your spirit guides are a little protective of your interests, because this person, in a way, they could be a key to success. On the other hand, will your needs ultimately be met here? Archangel Michael, we have the card of courage. Very interesting that in reading number 1, protecting treasure and Archangel Michael came through as well. Though it was a very different reading. Very different reading. Okay, the Akashic Library in reverse. Oh, this is your card here. 3 of Scrolls. This also came out in reverse. I mean, many cards I actually don't read in reverse. I think the story becomes clear, but the Akashic Tarot, I always do. I always feel they have very distinct and very important reverse meanings. Okay, so we're kind of asking, what's the purpose of coming together, and can this connection emerge and grow? Can it metamorphose into something of equality that will really support you in some way, shape or form? Can give you back as much as I think this person might kind of, I say want to take, but it's like there's something of your success that they wish to partake of. They see you as the bringer of success for them. So reading number 2, sitting here with these cards, very interesting, because Archangel Michael is a card of courage. The fact that the Akashic Library is in reverse. Now the Akashic Library, whenever it shows up, it does always say, whether reverse or upright, that if you open a book, the book will give you an answer. You know, that every book you come across will, so if you come across a book, randomly open a page and there'll be something in there for you. You are being given courage here. Setting your course, 3 of Scrolls. In reverse, it can indicate that it would be better to change course, that something isn't going in the direction you want. We see in this card, you can see, I'll put it upright for you for a moment, you can see there is a telescope here. This man is holding a telescope. When we hold it into reverse, we look at the direction the telescope is pointing, and it's pointing in reverse. It's kind of going backwards. The Akashic Library, something is not emerging as it should. It's not really flowing. This is underpinning the magic stream. I feel as though your spirit team here are sort of kind of giving you the heads up about this person. They are genuinely thinking of you with real intent, and I think there is a genuine desire to make a commitment with you, but I feel that they are fueling, there's something about their own self-interest over and above yours. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands, you know, look, we have 9 of Wands, we have the 10 of Swords, Nine of Discs, Knight of Discs. Wow, look at all these nines coming in here. 999. Here in the UK, I should just say to you, 999 is the telephone number you dial in an emergency. When you need emergency services, 999 is what you call. Okay, 10 of Swords. It's the ending of something, but it's the ending and the new beginning. And look at this, Knight of Discs, Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands. Gosh, you have something wonderful to bring to a relationship, whether this is a creative connection or whether it's an intimate connection. You have something really wonderful to bring forth here, and this person knows it. That is what they are thinking of. They are thinking of their long-term happiness and their long-term future. Setting your course in reverse, this means that you're not looking far enough ahead. You're not seeing something here. Have courage. Now, I feel like you guys are, I'm going to draw some cards around you now, because this person's intentions are real and genuine, but there is an agenda attached to it that is so much more about them. And I'm really sorry about that, because there must be quite an illusion with this. You know, when someone puts something forth and says, I really believe in you, that's actually real. They're being genuine. They do really believe in you. The problem is, there's a selfishness within this. Your spirit team are saying, look, we'd like you to be a little protective of yourself and of your ideas. Yeah, if you have a magical, amazing idea that you want to bring forth and write about, this person thinks, yes, absolutely, I could make my fortune through this person, through you. But I'm not convinced that you're going to have to be, if you're going to engage with this, you'd have to be ultra careful, because I think they're going to be looking after their own investments and their own interests, not you. And I think there is something way better for you, way, 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 way better for you. You know, we are seeing really the potential here for you to move beyond something. I think at a level of soul as well, the coming together is for you to find the courage to say no and look for something more. That's the purpose of this meeting and this person. It's kind of like, in a way, they're showing you how amazing you are. They're showing you how magical your idea, your project is. You are. It's like they really recognize your incredible potential. And that is wonderful, because I think a part of you has not believed in yourself enough. You know, a part of you has felt like this isn't going to happen. You have experienced hurdles and difficulties. The purpose of this, 9 of Wands, 10 of Swords, is that actually, in a way, what they're doing is, when they say you are just amazing, they're right. You are just amazing. They are acting as a mirror for you. The fact that, in a way, their motives are more self-centered is by the by, but I think in a strange way it's disappointing in that way, but it's teaching you that you are amazing. Your idea is incredible. You are incredible. And it's like this is to be carried forward. Your spirit guides are saying, look, you are worth so much more than this, because this person isn't going to look after you. And I think you have so much to give and to share, whether this is in an intimate relationship or whether it is in a project or something you're bringing forth. You have something really, really amazing to bring forth. You know, it's like you be the incredible you that you are. This person recognizes this and they are thinking about you. But actually, the investment is all about what they'll get from you, not what they'll give. But there is an opportunity here for you to take an ownership, really see how incredible you are, you know, and step up and be the incredible you, because this, I'm seeing success here. I'm seeing things move forwards. I feel like once the energy of this person is shifted, or that you step away, or that you see it for what it is, and you look in the mirror and see the amazing you that you are, then with that kind of additional confidence, everything is going to move forwards, and you're going to see, I think, genuine success here. So let's just draw some more cards here for you, reading number 2. I feel like we know what they're thinking, and I can see that from a karmic soul level, part of their arriving in your world is literally to be that mirror for you and show you how incredible you are. But, you know, they're going to ride on the back of you. You know, they want your success. Let's draw some more tarot cards to see what are we shown for reading number 2, for amazing reading number 2 in moving their own life forward, seeing themselves, seeing their success. Choices we have. Ooh, wow, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Yay. 10 of Wands. What are we shown? How is this going to emerge and move forwards? What do we need to know for reading number 2? Okay, let us move these cards down. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is this is about you now. This is just about you. Choices and decisions. I feel like this will be quite a difficult decision for you to make, because on the one hand, this person does offer you a kind of route to success. The challenge is that ultimately I think they themselves might actually become a burden. And, you know, the rune of partnership here, it asks us to not collapse ourselves into sort of the emotionality of almost like the daydream of a relationship. I'm going to draw some more runes actually as well. It asks us to not collapse ourselves into that love is blind state, or indeed not to idealize the person, you know, to be real about the person. Slow and steady. I think steady progress is promised. Okay, it's a difficult decision to make, and I can see that because there's a promise of something here. But it's reinforced here that this would be a relationship of potential burden. And ultimately, I think for you to come together, I'm kind of basically, what I'm actually seeing is you walking away. I am seeing you walking away from this, reading number 2, because there is better to come. But what's really interesting, I'm just going to run these cards across here. Actually, this is where they need to be. We've got Knight of Discs, Knight of Discs, 9 of Cups here. I really think it's a difficult decision to make. And I think there's a bit of worry here that it's almost like there's a concern. You know, like, how can I say this? It's like there's a worry that if you, almost like, it's like last chance corral, you know, it's like, if I don't go with this, like if this was you know, if this person isn't right, then there will never be anyone that's right, because so much appears to be right. There's a worry and a concern about this. There's a worry and a concern that you'll be left on your own, or that you won't get, you know, if this person is offering you a business deal, that there won't be another one. But this reading is saying that there will be. You know, this reading is saying actually a lot of choices are going to open up for you. Actually, you're being presented with something that is, yes, it's a road to an element of success, but it's kind of an element of success that I think would become quite a significant burden to you. And I'm really sorry, because I just have to say that, because that's what's being shown here. in the cards. It's almost like what you're being shown isn't quite real or substantial. And this is really being reinforced here by your team. There will be opportunity. There will be opportunity coming to you. There's just a lot of worry about it. I can see it's like there's this sort of, you know, what if it doesn't work out? What if I don't take this, will there ever be another opportunity again? Reading number 2, I feel there really, really will be. Absolutely really will be. And we're going to draw more cards now, a whole row of cards here, just to see what lies in the future for you. I just think that I can see there's a dilemma around this. There's concern and anxiety and fear. So let's draw from another pack and see what we are offered for reading number 2, to see what happens in the future as reading number 2, find new possibilities. And I'm also going to draw from the angel answers as well. Okay. Oh, lovely. Okay. So we have, oh, well, look at this. 2 of Hearts. 2 of Stars, union, boldness, clarification, growth, architect. What happens here? This is beautiful, reading number 2, because you have new beginnings. You know, if you think of the aces as a raw surge of energy, the 2 is when it begins to actualize. 3, we find clarification. 4, we start to grow and to build and establish something. King of Trees, architect. You become the architect of your own design. You start to invest in yourself in real terms. Trust. Ask others to help. Ask for help from others, and there is no need to worry. Reading number 2. Your fears about, almost as if this could be a lost opportunity if you say no to it. I think for some of you there's a gut feeling already, or you're going to test the waters, and you're going to find that if you get as far as almost like entering into a contract. Be very aware, reading number 2, of looking at the finite details, because it might be a contract that is best not signed. But there is something here about, as I said, in one way there is a promise of success, but it is about fueling somebody else's, you know, needs rather than your own. And whether that is, you know, intimacy, marriage, or some other aspect of your world. But, you know, I don't think as well this person is wholeheartedly bad. I don't see them as a kind of a crook or somebody who's really setting out to swindle you. I just think that they're just very needy. You know, they're just very self-centered and very needy, and that's just the way they go about it. They don't know how to do it any other way. It's the way, this is the way they are. This is how it's always been for them, you know, and it works for them, you know, so why do it any differently? But you are more than that. You know, you deserve way more than this, and you are really being given reassurance here. Your spirit team are saying, look, you know, this is so, you're worth so much more than this. 2 of Hearts, union. 2 of Stars, boldness. 3 of Angels, clarification. I mean, just union, boldness, clarification, growth, architect, building something, trust. Just trust here. I know that's easier said than done, reading number 2. Ask for help from others. Talk to people, because other people will know about the track record of this person. Other people will have experiences of this person, and other people will support you in navigating through this. There is absolutely no need to worry. Everything is going to work out, and you will become the architect of your own grand design. You will also reap the rewards from your own grand design, and rightly so, because these are yours to have and to hold. you know, whether this is in an intimate relationship or in any other aspect of partnership. Reading number 2, you will, what you desire and the magic and the extraordinariness of you is going to come to life and be bigger and better and more amazing than you could possibly have imagined. It's just that this person is, yeah, as I said, they're just rather self-orientated. I don't think they're bad. I just think they don't know any other way of doing it. And, you know, you are so much more and worth so much more than this. Reading number 2, this has been very, very powerful. Super Souls, I do post readings every single Sunday with weekly guidance from Spirit, so do tune into those for that weekly guidance as you navigate this situation. I cannot tell you how much respect I have for you, because this is the stuff where we really develop discernment, and this is like our soul's journey is elevating in consciousness when we start to really navigate with this level of awareness. So really big respect to you. And Super Souls, I give away a free private reading every month and a pack of oracle cards. So it's a subscriber offer. So guys, if you want to be in that prize draw, I announce the winners after one of the Sunday readings every month. So keep an eye out for those. It's a subscriber offer. So firstly, if you want to get notification of any of my readings, if you subscribe and press the little bell icon, they should come into your stream. And then if you want to be in the prize draw, if you add yourself to my subscriber email list, and I'll put the link in the information box below and the comments as well for phone users, you should be able to you know, find it quite easily. Once you're on that list, you're on it forever. My colleague draws names out of a hat every month. So just reading number 2, I am just sending you just all the love in the world, and Archangel Michael is sending you and walking with you with courage and light, and everyone here is saying you are worth so much more, and the abundance, the life of your dreams will come. Trust, because whatever everything that is you is just worth so much more than this current situation. Reading number 2, tons of love. Welcome, reading number 3. So you have been drawn by the card of the Pilgrim, the Flamingo, and the Rune of Protection. So the first thing we're going to do is draw a spirit animal guide to look at the energy of the person that you're thinking about, you know. Butterfly, rebirth. They have a lovely energy here. So gosh, there's something very liberated about this person. They're quite a free spirit. Butterfly, rebirth. You can reinvent yourself. Open to the rewards of change. You have brilliance to share with the world. Love every part of your journey. This is a very interesting energy. So what is this person thinking about you? Reading number 3. They're quite a free spirit, this person. You know, the Pilgrim energy is someone who lives, the word unconventional, okay, is around here for me. Unconventional. Let's draw some tarot cards and see what is this person thinking about. Reading number 3. Invocation. Okay, so we have invocation. Gosh, there's something, wow, Ace of Wands. Very liberating here. Princess of Wands. 3 of Wands. Okay, so this person sees you as being someone very, I want to say very powerful. Okay. I'm just going to place these cards here actually. Look at this. Princess of Wands, Princess of Swords, Four of Discs. This person sees you. What they think about you is that they see you as somebody who is very focused, they see you as someone who is successful. And when I say successful, I don't mean in a conventional sense. Okay, so I don't mean successful as in of the world. I think they see you as somebody who is very self-aware, very emotionally aware, very strong. And they definitely have an intention within them, I think, to want to connect with you. They see this as a very powerful potential connection. Do you know, fundamentally, they really admire you. They really, really admire you. Reading number 3. This person is really, really thinking about you, kind of, I want to say, night and day. You are significantly on their mind. Really significantly on their mind. You know, if they try to meditate, you pop up. When they dream about the future, you're in that vision, in that line of thought. They really, really hold you in incredibly high esteem. They see you as somebody who is very much your own person. Okay. I think that we need to draw more cards, reading number 3. So they think about you a lot. You are on their mind, they admire you, they respect you, they hold you in very high esteem. But let us see what we're shown in terms of what is this connection about, and kind of with all of this admiration, where would they like this to be going? What else are they thinking? Is there intent or, you know, desire within their thinking? So let us draw from some oracle packs. We're first of all going to ask, gosh, I do feel their intentions are honourable as well. But let's ask, what is the intention of this person? Yes, they admire, reading number 3, people. They really do. They admire you. They look up to you. They think you're amazing. But what else are they thinking about? What is their intent, or what is their desire around reading number 3? Gosh, these cards are just really wanting to show themselves. Okay, this is really interesting. So we have one ring circus, details, details. I'll move these up a little bit so that hopefully we can see everything. We'll end up laying cards over cards, I'm sure. Moonlight. This is really interesting because look at this. Invocation card. Gentle gardener. Beautiful. Rock bottom and storm fields. Wow. Okay. This is really, really interesting because rock bottom is kind of like, gosh, again, I think they see you as someone who is, I want to say their hero or heroine. It's like they recognize at a level of soul, and maybe this is the soul connection as well here. Move those along because I think the light is checking in on this one too much. They see you as a survivor. They see you as somebody who's come through something and out the other side. You've survived storms. You've hit rock bottom. It's like you really are their hero or their heroine. They really, really admire you. But they also from that see you as someone who is very self-contained. It's like you're liberated from the ties of normal life. They really, really do. They see you as unconventional, as a survivor, as an I mean, just everything that is coming out of this is just like, wow, they just think you're extraordinary. And you have compassion. You are somebody who has survived all this kind of stuff. I think maybe they too have survived this too. I think maybe they too have, I think they see you as a kindred spirit because they resonate with you at a level of soul. They see you as somebody who has survived challenges in life and come through and out the other side. So their admiration for you is because they know what it's like to have experienced life. You know, they too are, you know, they have had a transformative life. Okay, I'm going to draw some extra runes. Really interesting, feeling very strongly I want runes to come through in this particular reading number 3. Oh, there's a little, look at that, there's a little star in there. This is the Star of David, hope. They see you as somebody who they can believe in and that they can trust. Oh, I feel really emotional about this because I think that you have been through a lot to become the person you are. I think they've also been through a lot to become the person they are. And they're searching. They've been searching for someone. You know, literally, they've been searching for somebody. Yeah, I'm really interested in this flamingo, kind of looking back. They've grown, they have the wisdom of time. You know, they've been able to stand still and observe, but they see you as a kindred spirit who they could potentially, I think, collaborate, build with. Something of, it's the integrity that's sitting here, the ability to be unconventional, to really fly in the face of challenge. Now we have the rune of disruption, Hagalaz. Let's move this right over here. We then have the rune of initiation. In fact, I'm going to pair our runes up. So Hagalaz, the rune of disruption, the rune of initiation. This is like a rite of passage. So they see you as a survivor, somebody who has emerged and grown. Breakthrough. And the spiritual warrior. There's a real resonance between you. Breakthrough is like, it's like, gosh, I want to say enlightenment. Meeting you has transformed their perspective on something. You know, maybe they thought that they would need to walk alone in life, that they would never meet anybody with enough integrity to connect with, to join forces with. They've become ultra discerning, and because they just know that they can't live life with, you know, managing kind of, you know, average kind of BS, you know, that people spew out. They can't do the superficial stuff. They have a very high level of awareness, and they recognize that you do. They have a very high level of discernment, and they recognize that you do. Meeting you is a breakthrough for them because they didn't believe, I think, that they would meet somebody with this level of integrity that they could resonate. They thought they would be a one-man band forever. They really, really thought that they would be a one-man band. They never expected this to happen. Yeah, there's something about the paying attention to the detail. It's like, yeah, it's through and through. It's like you walk your talk. Reading number 3. And this is really impressive, and it means something to them. Fertility. This is a rune of promise. The self. It's really interesting. The rune of self is actually, it's a rune that, if you cut it down the middle, it's like the mirror of the rune of joy. two aspects of joy looking at one another. They really didn't think they would ever meet anybody like you. Yeah, the rune of defense. It's very interesting. I want to bring the rune of defense and the rune of protection together. Again, there's so much integrity here. You know, the rune of defense says we develop an aversion to the things that don't resonate with us. And truly, I honestly think this person really believed they would walk a pathway on their own forever, because they would just had reached a point where they couldn't tolerate they couldn't take any more drama of the way that some people live. And they thought that would mean they'd be alone. And now they have met you, and it's like you are a mirror of the soul here. Both of you walking that pathway of the spiritual warrior, meeting one another, the mirror of joy. There is so much potential here. It feels as though there is a very karmic aspect of you coming together at this point, reading number 3. A very alchemical moment, as if the planets align. But I'm just going to draw some cards from an astrology pack, actually. Solar calm. Oh wow, look at these 2 cards. This is just magic. Okay, we have solar calm and solar flares. Clarify, activate. I think there is work for you to do together. You know, whether that is simply creating happiness within a relationship, whether it is bringing something forth together in the world, whether that could be, you know, consciously raising a family, conscious parenting, whether it is bringing forth a project or creating a company, working together, teaching, leading people. But there's something of you guys coming together at a level of soul with intent and purpose. Whether you build a conscious relationship of love that becomes an example to others as to how a relationship can truly thrive and flourish. There is real purpose in coming together. Clarify, activate. This is a transformative relationship. It's like an evolutionary relationship. There is purpose in you coming together. You are mirrors of one another's souls. Whatever you bring forth together, it will be of integrity and value and be an example and be inspirational to others. It's like you teach people that it can be different. Stuff can be different. There's something really powerful here, reading number 3. Okay, now we have get more information, clarify, This is very interesting, compromise and activate. Okay, let's ask, how is this going to move forwards? For reading number 3, get more information, compromise, trust, if you believe, and within a few weeks. Ooh, okay. Gosh, this is just so interesting, reading number 3. I'm coming back to this rune of defense that we started with right at the beginning. Okay. Clarify, then activate. The rune of defense speaks of right action. Okay, not collapsing ourselves into the highs and lows of a situation, developing an aversion to things that don't resonate with us. The rune of fertility requires completion of beginnings. Okay, so there's something that you need to do, reading number 3, in order for your connection with this person to move forwards. Okay, everything in this reading is suggesting that this person is someone who, literally they are, this is someone who mirrors your soul. So whatever however your connection is manifesting, whether it is in intimacy or whether it is in some other aspect of your world, creatively, at work, whatever that might be, the coming together, it will in itself become alchemical, and it will create some aspect of your world that will be really valuable and become very, very inspirational actually to others. But there is something else you're needing to attend to before this can progress. Okay, it may be for some of you that you've kind of seen this person, you've met this person, but it feels like they're unreachable as yet. It may even be that either you or they are still going through some stormy waters here. In your current situation, something else is going on that is needing to be attended to first. Completion of beginnings. I'm going to follow this through and we're going to draw more cards, reading number 3. I think you've seen this person, I think they've seen you, but something at the moment is in the way or needs to be completed and sorted out before you can then come together. So trust, believe, and it feels as though this is going to happen very quickly. Clarify, then activate. I'm not sure whether maybe somebody else is involved, if this person is involved with someone else, or there is some other situation around them. Whatever this means, it will be unique to your circumstances. I was wondering about this flamingo, the standing still, standing on one leg, looking back. Something is needing to be attended to before you can move forwards with this, and yet it is a coming together, I want to say, of old souls as well. That feels very strongly right. Something is having to be attended to, or there is some stuff going on in your world that just when you thought you'd be free to connect with this person, something shoots up and gets in the way and you can't, but something is needing to be attended to first before this can move forwards. Okay, so we're asking for information for reading number 3 from their spirit team. How is this going to happen? Can we have more information about, you know, what is going on and around this something that has to be sorted out first? Yes, this is so interesting. It is as if, you know, you've handled things before. Yeah, 9 of Swords. So there's something that's weighing heavily on your mind, something that is actually holding you back in some way, shape or form, or holding them back. We have the card of Strength, we have the card of the Moon, we have the Fool, and then we have the card of the Hermit. Okay. Okay, so let's move these up a little. Yeah, there's a rite of passage to go through. There is something that has to be attended to here first. Okay, something that is being completed either in your world or theirs, but something that is being sorted out and completed first of all, that has to be attended to. Look at the way we have this one ring circus, details, details, moonlight. You know, Nine of Swords, attending to the details, sorting something out, needing to pay attention to something or address something first of all, before you are then, or they are then liberated. Something has to be sorted. Moonlight, the moon. The moon is like this rune of initiation. Hagalaz is a rune of disruption. So something is needing to be attended to now. Either you are entangled in a situation and you've seen someone and they have really caught your eye and you just feel like this incredible soulmate connection, and yet they're unavailable perhaps, or it may be the other way round. Perhaps you're not available, or there's just stuff going on that you're going to have to attend to first that's getting in the way. But the clarification will come. You know, you'll be able to navigate this situation with compromise. And if you trust and believe, then this will move forwards, and quite quickly, I think. The liberation, the freedom will come. The courage, the strength, the ability to hit rock bottom and come out the other side is going to happen, you know. Yeah, there's something around the two of you, that the soulmate connection, the destiny, it feels so strong. That feeling of needing to break free from something, but at the same time doing it properly. You know, if like either one of you is already in a relationship, then there's a need to do it properly with honor and integrity. And then when you are free and available, there can be a coming back together. But there's something about saying the right thing, doing the right thing in this reading, and that is actually your protection. That is going to, you know, bring this forwards. There are new beginnings. There is a rite of passage to go through. There are new beginnings on the horizon. This will create a new beginning. I'm going to draw more cards for you to see how this continues to emerge, what we are shown for reading number 3, because this is such a powerful, strong connection for you guys. Yes. 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 There's just some stuff that has to get sorted. That's all. It's no biggie. It might feel like a biggie. You know, like if you meet someone and then, you know, they get, I mean, I've used the idea of, you know, maybe another person involved, but, you know, maybe they get, suddenly they get posted abroad and you think, I'm never going to see them again. You know, it's that sort of something is around that feels like it's a massive problem. It's not a massive problem. This is going to get sorted out, and it's going to get sorted out quickly. It's kind of like you just thought, wow, this is so amazing. And then, you know, there's something that has to get fixed or sorted. You could even have come together, felt that incredible power connection, and then had a sort of seen something, or they've said or done something, or you've said and done something, and it's thrown it out the window, and you think, oh God, this is not actually going to happen. You know, I've blown it, or they've blown it, or something, but it's going to get fixed. Okay, and there will be that new beginning. You will process this and you will come out just so strong it's untrue. Yeah, this is definitely going to emerge. The strength of connection is too good to walk away from, but something has to get fixed and compromised and sorted initially for the way to be clear. But I think it will be cleared for you, and yeah, just trust. Don't worry that there's a real sense of there being, oh, it'll never happen, or it's all going to go wrong. Don't worry about it. This is the worrying is unnecessary. It feels like this is destiny, and it's coming together, and it's, yeah, the two of you are mirroring some aspect of your soul connection, and whatever you bring forth, it will be magical, amazing, and inspirational to others in some way, shape, or form. Reading number 3, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I can see this is going to work out for you. Ace of Swords, clarity of direction. The Queen of Cups, it's like bringing this in, and the Sun. I mean, what a beautiful card to end with. Under the Fool, new beginnings, success, you know, an abundant opportunity here. It's just something has to be navigated to get there. And super souls, you guys are amazing, because there's a real level of consciousness within both of you that is such an extraordinary mirror. So wonderful reading number 3. I am going to wrap this up. I honestly am zinging with excitement for you about this, and I can see some navigating to be done to get there, but it's going to happen. And that's really what this reading is showing. I mean, what a soul connection, whether this is an intimate love interest or it's, you know, a connection in another way. Whatever this is going to get sorted, and you're going to come through, and it's going to fly. So reading number 3, if this reading has resonated, if you've enjoyed it, and you'd like to get notification of any of my readings, this is a timeless reading. I put the timeless readings into playlists. I have a timeless playlist, and the link is in the information box below. If you subscribe and press the little bell icon, you should get notification of any of my readings as I upload them, because I post every single Sunday for weekly guidance as well as these spontaneous ones. And I give away a free private reading and a pack of oracle cards every single month. I announce the winners after one of the Sunday readings, and it's a subscriber offer. So if you do wish to subscribe and you want to be in that prize draw every month, I have a subscriber email list. The link is in the information box and the comments for phone users as well. And once you're on that list, you're on it permanently. My colleague draws the names out of the hat, and yeah, we announce them, or I announce them after one of the Sunday readings every single month. So super souls, this is a connection of extraordinariness, and whatever you are having to navigate to get to it, it is well worth waiting for. Tons and tons of love to you.